Good morning, my happy outback. Here's the plan. Could be a pretty big day for us. Should be signing the solar power contract. Got a visit from a solar water heater supplier. And we are told, I'm not sure I believe it, but we are told the swimming pool tiles should be arriving today. Finally. And of course, ceilings, the gas station canopy, more electrical. We were just having a conversation this morning with the electrician about position of switches. Always going to be a busy one. So much could possibly go wrong. And I didn't mention this. Singing Marvin and team will continue with the barbed wire along this section, and then I assume they'll continue the other side of the shed and compost bins. Could it be true? Could the tiles be coming today? It must be at least a week and a half since the builder was informed it was going to be within the week. We'll see. At the gas station, nobody's working here at the moment, so I don't know when they're going to finish off that last piece at the back. Still to be done. I'll have to see if they come back later on. Lots more work here on the ceiling, and I think probably both for the patio area and inside this second living room, the sunroom. Making a start here as well. Ceiling here as well, over the stairs. Richard and Elson working over here. Skim coat inside the master bedroom walk-in closet. I assume, like the other rooms, they're not going to make a start yet on the bathroom, but we will see. I did talk before about treatment of the wood. And this is the selignum they're using. And I had a quick look at the instructions. The instructions here say 3 coats. There's nothing on the tin that talks about how long it will protect against what it calls termites and wood borers and fungi. But it should be 3 coats. Other people in the comments have mentioned lacquers and paints as an additional mechanism to try and keep termites down. Hopefully, it gives us a few years at least. There was a comment about the fact that it's kind of hard to picture this house when everything I'm shooting is pretty much all close up. And I can't remember, I'm really sorry, whether it was 5 Elements or No Wave or possibly somebody else. I will put it up. So, we'll try and give you a few slightly further away shots, just to again get a flavour of what this might end up looking like. My first one we just saw was basically with my back to the east, so the east facing side of the house. This is the south side, and we'll keep going around. While we're wandering around, this is the view looking back towards the east. So we will get from that master balcony, hopefully with the big tree gone, a pretty good view of Mount Arayat. That was really what determined the orientation of the house in the first place. We wanted to be able to get up, sit on that balcony, have a cup of coffee, and have this view. I said it before, shame about all the electrical pylons, but you can't have everything. Here we have the west facing view. Well, I'm looking east, but the house, if you were sitting at it, is facing west on this side. And we looked a couple of days ago up on that balcony on the upper left side. That's the one that will have the really quite nice view over the surrounding countryside. And of course, the pool. And finally, this is effectively the hidden side of the house. I might try and get a drone up later and have a slightly longer view of this. But this is the bit that most people won't see. This is also, as we've said before, where all of the, or most of the condensers for air conditioning will be. This will be the least attractive aspect of the house, and you know, hidden at least in part by the security wall from next door. It's just after 1 o'clock. We've got a delivery. Is it the tiles? Yes, it is. It's about 2:30, but I'm going to start with the next step in our gardening adventure. We're making straw. Well, we're not making straw. Straw will make itself. Just drying out this grass, which the plan is potentially to use it as a mulch to try and help retain moisture in soil. In a cooler climate, I think you can, well, I know you can get away with simply using compost itself as a mulch. But here, with the heat that we've got, when I've looked at other gardening channels, there's one I would recommend if you're in this kind of environment called Self-Sufficient Me. And he always uses straw as a mulch. We'll have to chop it up a bit more, but this is the starting material. Solar. We haven't signed yet. We just asked for a very smallish couple of changes in the contract. It should be signed later today, and then I'll give you a little bit more of an outline of the system that we're going to put in. It will be, the panels, everything will be here. It is big enough for the system we're putting in. It is not big enough as a roof area if we ever need to expand it. But for what we're doing, it's sufficient. I'll come back to it. In the sunroom and patio, ceiling work going on all over the place. So they're making really solid progress. We're starting to get the framework in this area. We're going to head upstairs, but great news for me, the platform they were using to put the ceiling in has been removed from just here. I think I've banged my head 87 times going up and down here. But it's clear now. This is the bedroom at the front of the house in the middle. Rico and O'Donnell. Look at this. We have most of a ceiling. Fantastic. This is the bedroom at the back of the house on the northwest corner. And a moment ago, we had Richard and Elson and Coelito in here. Big part of the ceiling done here as well. It just keeps getting better. This is the area over the stairs. No ceiling in here yet, but the frame, I think, all done. Just some electrical work being done now. And Ronell is continuing the skim coat along here. A little bit of this was done already. Take a dizzy pill. Here we go. Still not yet inside the double height ceiling area, but skim coat sprouting around the house. Let's just watch Ronell for a second Like everything else here, it's basically easy, but it's a skill. It's made to look easy, to layer on this skim coat in a very thin layer, but making sure you cover everything. This kind of skill always fascinates me. It's like woodworking. It's the experience and the knowledge that's required to make something like this look so easy. This is the last corner of the gas station canopy, and apparently the reason they haven't done this last corner is quite simple. They ran out of material. However, we have had a delivery. I'm guessing they won't get back to this now today. They'll probably finish that early next week. Our unattractive barbed wire now extends across the compost shed. They just about made a start coming over the other side. I can tell you it is a brutal day today. I do not envy these guys. I tried to do maybe a couple of hours this morning outside, and it is hot. Yes, I am old and fat and unfit, and they are generally young and not fat and fitter, but it is hot weather today. The ceiling over the patio, the structure, the frame, looks like it's mostly done. There has apparently been a change of plan. This was going to be a HardieFlex ceiling. It is now going to be the same soffit material that they've used everywhere else, which I think will look pretty good. The ceiling over the front door now extends all the way to the back, which means that we've then got it all the way down here, which we had before, and as we saw earlier, in 2 of the bedrooms, not finished, but quite a bit done. And looking down rather than up, skim coat extending all around the stairs. They will obviously have to put platforms back to be able to address higher up. In the bedroom at the front of the house, in the middle, they had already, when we saw earlier, got their centerpiece done with ceiling. They've just started going around the outside edge. Well, not quite the outside edge, the intermediate edge. Now that we've got the tiles, fingers crossed that Glenn and the boys come back next week to start actually installing them and finishing off everything else that needs to be done here. It's not confirmed yet, but I'm pretty confident they'll be in on Monday. The end of the day, the end of the week. What a day. Solar contract signed. We did have a visit this morning from the solar hot water possible supplier. They're going to give me a proposal on Monday. We've had more progress all over the place with ceilings, with wire on the fence, with skim coat. Oh my goodness, if this isn't BuilDelicious, I don't know what is. Now, one of the reasons for having this little drink, we have had the 2 birthdays recently of Erwin and Nelson, but it is also, I think, Quiet Marvin's last day for almost a month. I did mention in a previous video, he is heading off to get married. So, give him a like or a comment. Best wishes to Quiet Marvin. We'll catch him on the video in just a moment. The reason for the delay in the Red Horse consumption is my fault. I forgot the yellow, the ice. I think someone's just gone off to buy a bag. Right, delay is over. Ice has arrived. Oh, money changing hands all over the place. Not sure what this is about. Cheers to Marvin. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
You're going to need it.
Go to Tacloban.
Happy marriage. And we'll leave it there. So, utterly BuilDelicious. See you next week.